Must be Tuesday. And you know what
Yeah.
that means? It's time for another recap episode of Wayward Guns Rewatch. Tonight, Kate and I will be breaking down the fourth episode of Supernatural entitled Phantom Traveler. And I will say, for once, the title of the episode didn't exactly give away what was going to happen or the big reveal, as you would say.
Right.
How are we doing tonight, Kate?
In pain, but I'm doing it. Yeah, making it through. Woo!
Looks like it's
Alright.
dinner time for the little one.
Oh, we just been chewing on the nipple. That's all we do.
Oh.
All we've been doing. Yeah.
Huh. So,
all we've been-
anyways, this was a like this episode here was was different. Like every episode's been like almost a different genre of
Yeah.
action / horror.
It's okay. Yeah. This starts touching upon demons. Basically. It's like the first kind of introduction to the demons that are going to start coming into play very slowly and whatnot. So, it's I gotta stop my brain because I think thinking about like I've seen this and like the demons that are now like that you meet like in this episode and more the next more episodes down the line the first couple seasons and see them later down the line that might piss you off but anyways
It's gonna piss me off or piss anybody else watching off.
might piss you all off.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the first like demon we get to see. And then you see Dean and Sam going about like the first time to do an exorcism and how there's different ones, different God kind of stuff like their beliefs and stuff. So but either or. Yeah, we can get into that a little more.
Well, I will say before we get too in depth in this, forgive me tonight, everybody, because I'm sure I'm probably not as clear spoken as I normally would be, but I am like super congested. I've been working out in the environs for the past month and a half, and with this weather change suddenly and the rain and today going from rain to snow back to rain to back to snow and all that, it's starting to get to me.
I mean, this is the weather. This is the weather.
Oh, mother. And we are in the Rust Belt where you can get all 4 seasons of weather in one damn day.
Yeah. Oh, yay.
But anyways, let's dive into the episode here. Give the credits where it's due, of course. Director for this episode, I believe this is his first one, Robert Singer. He's a name that's going to pop up quite a bit. Not to be confused with the character that's going to get introduced later on in the season. Writers for this episode, Eric Kripke, Sarah Gamble. Eric Kripke was the creator of the series, Sarah Gamble and Ray L. Tucker story editors, and Richard Hatem was the writer for this episode. Guest stars, you've got Jamie Ray Newman as Amanda Walker, Brian Markinson as Jerry Panowski, Burkett Turton credited as Ket Turton for this as Max Jaff.
Did you say Burkaturt?
Daryl Shutterworth as Chuck Lambert. And yes, apparently the guy's name is Burkett Turton, and Kate thinks that's hilarious.
I think it's Burkadurka. Sorry. Okay, go on.
Are you done yet?
I'm
Are you done now?
Burkadurka. I'm done. Go ahead. Will you make up your mind? Okay, listen.
What are we back?
Either
Laughing
you're
at the
not-
name Burkett Turkett. What are we back in middle school, Kate?
Because it sounds like Burkadurka.
Oh, Jesus. Anyways, episode.
I'm right here. Anyways, yeah.
It starts off in an airport waiting room with a nervous guy. You see him get, for lack of better words, swarmed by a black cloud. Gets on the plane. It's mid-air. He gets up. You see black eyes. Goes to the emergency door and opens it mid-flight, causing the plane to crash. Cuts straight to Sam and Dean having a brother moment where Sam is just having trouble adjusting to the job. He's apparently not been sleeping, had constant nightmares, whatnot. And as the discussion winds down, Dean's phone rings off. It's an old friend of John's, named Jerry. I forgot his last name already, and I just read it. That's bad. But apparently he had been assisted by the Winchesters, John and Dean, previously for a poltergeist case, calling to request their help with this, with the plane crash, as he thinks there's something wrong with it, based on statements from the survivors. He plays an audio clip from the plane crash for the boys and gets them excited to get rolling. They agree to take the case. Dean forges Department of Homeland Security badges, which we'll find out later on. The names that used on these are pretty good. They hear no survivors on an EVP screen of the audio from the plane crash. They go to visit one of the survivors, a Max Jaffe, who is currently in a psych ward.
Jaffe.
And what?
Can I call you Jaffe?
Yeah, but just so you know, if you start with that, one of us might have to find another co-host for this show. I'm not sure which yet.
I'm halfway through my week and I'm just tired. Go ahead, keep going. What are you doing?
Anyways, Max apparently signed himself into the psych ward because he doesn't believe what he saw on this plane. Sam and Dean kind of press him for more details, and he explains the guy, his eyes were just straight black, and while clear up in the air, he was able to open the emergency door, no problem, which should be impossible because all of the force being pushed onto it from the plane in motion. Either way, they then visit the possessed man's wife. They were together for 13 years, and she claims that he was terrified of flight. They then decide that they need to go see the wreckage, so they go stop by Taylor. They come out dressed in straight black suits, which I guess moving on in the show they jokingly refer to as their Fed threads. As they're leaving the tailor, Dean makes a comment, says he feels like he looks like one of the Blues Brothers. Great reference. Just had to throw that out there. And the boys are getting ready to go on. Huh?
I said I forgot about that reference he makes.
Real quick moment to mention that as they are leaving the tailor and getting into the car to take off, War Pigs by Black Sabbath is playing. Not the only Sabbath song mentioned in this episode.
Is that the song you're talking about when they leave the tailor shop?
When they're leaving, yes, when they're leaving the tailor shop, War Pigs by Sabbath is playing in the background.
Okay.
As the boys are.
I was gonna say,
yes, as usual, Kate is going to say that ain't the music you heard because Netflix and lack of foresight on CW's part to secure long-term music rights sucks.
Actually, no. Well, not the song per se, but the artist I know. They replaced it with Power Man 5000, a song by Power Man 5000. So.
Riot Time.
They replaced. Come on, stop.
Okay, because I was looking at the IMDb page of this, but unless they used multiple songs by Power Man 5000, because they also did play Riot Time by Power Man 5000 in this episode, but it was at the end of the episode as they were leaving.
They're playing Power Man during the time they were leaving the tailor shop. God.
Unless I'm completely mistaken on what song was playing at the end of the episode, Kate. Are you still here? She'll pop back in eventually, I guess. But as they're leaving the tailor shop, it's playing War Pigs by Black Sabbath. Not really much to analyze on that other than damn good song, because I don't see any major significance to the choice other than great classic rock. Kate is back.
Sorry.
Anyways, they move on. Is it raining where you're at? Is it raining where you're at?
No.
Oh, because you keep chopping. You keep getting kind of choppy. But okay. All I said was I can't really say much on music analysis. Kate's gone again. But I can still hear background.
Yeah, hold on. I know why I'm probably choppy. I wasn't on my Wi-Fi.
Oh, that might do it.
Turn it off, because then my Pandora goes all wonky. Okay. All right. No, good. Is that better?
Yeah. To be determined, but I think so. It might be.
Okay. Yeah.
But what I said before you started going in and out was War Pigs, great song, but I don't really see any major significance to it other than just great classic rock. They get to the site where the wreckage is being stored. They finally show the Homeland Security badges that Dean forged earlier at the copy shop. The names on the badges for this are Jerry Wanick and Robert Singer, who are the production designer and executive producer for Supernatural, respectively. Now, this isn't the first time this happens, but the boys are nearly caught while viewing the wreckage when the real Department of Homeland Security agents show up. Yeah. While they were in there, Dean has a great jerry-rigged EVP monitor that he made out of a used Walkman cassette player. Dating the show once again. They do find on the emergency door handle trace of EVP. They take some scrapings of the residue and find that it is sulfur, which leads the boys to make the connection that this is a demonic possession. It cuts to one of the survivors from the previous flight in an airport. You see he gets possessed as well. He ends up being the pilot and is flying a small craft. He's in the air. The possession comes out 40 minutes into the flight, which is the same marker as the first flight. He crash lands it. They figure out that the 40-minute mark is a number associated with death, and that the demon is targeting victims of the first crash. Sam makes a few pseudo prank calls where he's posing as a travel agent with the airline that hosted the previous flight, finds that the only person left that is likely to fly again in the near future is flight attendant Amanda Walker. Dean makes a phone call to her, trying to stop her from getting on her plane, and poses on the phone. I'm dying at this reference, but the way he does this one, but posing on the phone as Dr. James Hetfield. Another classic rock reference, as James Hetfield is the lead singer and I'm going to get flack for this, but I believe the bass player for Metallica. Poses that tries to tell her that her aunt was in a car wreck and needs her to come visit. Finds out that that's wrong, that she was just on the phone with her aunt. So he quickly switches to saying that he is a friend of her ex-boyfriend, trying to get her to call off work to go see the ex.
No.
They point out the demons possess those with weakness. They decide, well, since Amanda won't stay off the plane, we're going on it with her, which is a great, very cheesily acted scene of Dean admitting that he's afraid of flying. Why do you think he drives everywhere? They get on the plane. Dean tries to talk to Amanda, thinking she's the most likely target for the demon because it attacks those that are emotionally weak.
And she just got out of that flight crash a month before.
Yes. When that strikes out and Dean realizes it's not her, including saying the name of God in Latin, which is apparently Christo, comes back, slumps down into the seat next to Sam, and the line that had me laughing. Well, she has got to be the most well-adjusted woman ever. No. Well, Dean gets up with his Eve.
There. What? Okay.
Wreck-It Rachel here.
I know. This child is on one right now. Like, we're in super rage mode. Tell them. Go ahead. Tell everybody. You little rage monster.
Were they feeding her? Were they giving her pixie sticks at the new daycare, Kate?
I hope not. Sweet baby Jesus. She's the night baby.
Anyways. Dean then walks the entire length of the plane with his EVP Walkman and isn't finding anybody. So he's starting to think that maybe the demon's not on the plane until the cockpit opens. And we realize that the demon's target that he possessed for this flight is the first officer. Dean and Sam go back to Amanda in the flight attendants area of the plane and convince her that they need her to bring the flight first officer back to them using using the logic of we know something's wrong with the other plane. The pilot of the other plane that survived is now dead because he died in another crash, and now we're here and there's something wrong with this plane. I mean, am I the only one that sits back and am thinking that the way they explained to Amanda why they think they need to see the FO, that if I was Amanda, I would not be going to go get the FO. I'd be looking for the air marshal on flight.
Go get the guy that's possessed.
Anyways, Amanda goes up and gets the first officer, brings him back to the flight attendants area, staging area, where Dean and Sam immediately sucker punch him in the mouth and tackle him to the ground. Duct tape him, and Sam begins the exorcism. Well, before they're able to extract the demon from the first officer's body, he breaks free of the duct tape and throws Sam through a loop by mentioning Jessica. It takes Dean yelling at Sam to snap him out of it, and he's able to extract the demon. The demon attacks the mechanical systems of the plane once it's free.
Yeah,
and
once it's free.
Sam gets the book, finishes the
Exorcism.
Exorcism rite, and the demon is sent back to hell with a very cheesy lightning bolt effect.
Yeah.
Now, back in 2005, now you also got to think the show's what, 15 years old at this point? Sorry, 17, 18 years old at this point. Back in 2005, I'm sure these were great graphics. In 2022, almost 2023, it was cheesy.
Yeah, I always forget about that.
And anyways, they get grounded, and Dean and Sam are back talking to Jerry, who's thanking them for assistance. As they're getting ready to walk away, Dean's like, wait a minute. How did you get my number? I've only had this phone 6 months. Oh, your dad gave it to me. What? No, I haven't. When did you speak with him? I didn't speak with him. He left it on his voicemail, which is news to the boys because apparently John's phone had been off. Well, they call the phone, get the voicemail message, which is telling him to call my son Dean. Here is his number, which I believe it was 555-1025. I got to double check that real quick.
Yeah.
Because this is actually a very thank you, IMDb Trivia, to the rescue again. 785-555-0179.
Yeah.
Which is just a nice little reference to Dean's birthday, because he was apparently born in January of 79.
Yeah. What? Dude.
Then the boys drive off, getting ready to go to the next case, which I swear, I might be wrong, but I swear this is where they played Pyroman 5000.
No. Ow! Nope. At least not with the Netflix one. Oh, yeah, you're on freaking rage. Like, this is extra rage mode.
Anyways, we You probably know more on this field to dive into it than I do. Oh, wait. Before we get into it, I'm completely slacking. When we mentioned the black eyes of the guy that took over the open the emergency hatch, and it becomes an ongoing theme with everybody possessed in the show, but the black eyes.
Yeah, that'll be through the entire every season, the entire show. But there'll be special occasions though. Just wait.
And when I said the he was infected by the black cloud earlier in the episode, this is what I'm talking about. It looks almost like a swarm of insects.
Mind you, again, like the first episode with the way that the spirit died. That's the only time you saw that. That is the only time you'll see that like specky like. Otherwise, they turn it into actual smoke the rest of the episodes. It's not spotty like that again. Like it doesn't, yeah. It's going to be smoky.
Wait. That's lame. I like this better.
Yeah. I mean, it's still.
Anyways, you want to give some.
Just figured I'd forewarn you. It's not going to be. It's black smoke. It's just not going to be like a swarm of bee looking thing like that. Dude, what are you on?
I like the swarm of insects effect to it though. The black cloud seems like it would have been cheesier.
Yeah, I mean it gets cheesy. Trust me. But
so we're starting with summer blockbuster horror and moving into Mystery Science Theater 2000 territory quickly. Got it.
Well, if you would stop rocking around like that. All I can do is laugh at you.
Anyway, this one will be easy. What's your call on this one, Kate?
I mean, they do. Like, even the first time I watched it, they play it off from like Final Destination, kind of.
Did you get that off of the text message I sent you?
Yeah. But
I
also was gonna say they mention the poltergeist in there, so I was like, well, it's kind of just
poltergeist.
It stabs at a couple variation horror movies, but it is like Final Destination, which is weird.
Which I was hoping that you would cover more so the background of demonic possession, because that's what I wanted to make the talk on. So you just stole my thunder.
Hold on a second. You keep talking. I gotta go see if my dad can hold her. She's being too much.
Okay. Anyways, as Kate had mentioned, the close link in other media that we found, or the connection I made while watching this, was to the Final Destination franchise. As the demon in this episode had made the link that it was going to attack the survivors of the initial plane wreck one by one. It is what made me think of Final Destination, as the initial disaster in each of these movies leaves behind a series of survivors that the wheels of karma, fate, or whatever, if you want to say demon, caused the disasters, which isn't necessarily the case in Final Destination, as it's more of just a matter of the world righting the mistakes that were made by letting these people survive. You see that the likeness there, as the survivors of the first disaster are the ones slowly getting killed off, i.e. the pilot of the small plane that was also one of the pilots on the first wreck, as well as the flight attendant. Yeah. Don't know what else to say on that.
Hold on.
Demonic possession, demonic possession, demonic possession. I'll just touch base on that real quickly, as that is the main thing here.
Oh, you unpack a little. You're in extra mode.
According to Wikipedia, spirit possession is an unusual or altered state of consciousness and associated behaviors caused by the control of a human body by spirits, ghosts, demons, or ghouls. Or gods, sorry.
All right, what did you
There are
just
many different cultures. There are many different cultures that have different lores behind spirit possession,
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was.
including Buddhism, Christianity, Haitian voodoo, Hinduism, Islam, Wicca, and Southeast Asian, African, and Native American traditions. So basically, no matter where you're at in the world, they're going to have some legends of this.
Yeah.
Scroll down.
Although it's crazy.
Most.
I was say it's crazy. Like, they also throw in mental health with spirit possession, because sometimes there's a lot of times that people don't realize that they're not actually possessed, that there's something else going on. But either or, that's what I was trying to look up too, though. Did you look at any of them to see any of their like background stories?
I had not. I was looking them up real quick, trying to BS my way through this, because that's usually your
Sorry, yeah.
take on the episodes. I'm usually the one that does the other media, which is why you threw me through a loop when you mentioned Final Destination.
I mean, it did. I forgot when watching that episode. I was like, oh my god, they played off of. Sorry, I'm in a lot of pain right now. So yeah. But
what happened to your shoulder?
A lot of different things, like okay, Catholicism's different, a little bit, but Christianity, there's the devil, of course, Satan, and they say demons are more like fallen angels, but we all know that whatever you believe, everybody's got different beliefs, that the devil, Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, was an actual angel. I don't know. I know you know some religion, but he was supposed to be God's favorite angel. So it kind of plays into why the devil is, I think, just trying to think how to word this. Like he's just the big bad evil, like, but he was the fallen angel. But anyways, they say that demons here are fallen angels as well. I don't know how correct that could be, but wait till we get down to the episodes. You'll love it. Let's see. Yeah, it's like, this is still Christianity. In the battle between Satan and heaven, Satan is believed to engage in spiritual attacks, including demonic possession, against human beings by the use of supernatural powers to harm them physically or psychologically. But then you would do prayer for the deliverance, blessings upon a man or woman's house or body. Sacraments and exorcisms were used to drive the demons out. So there's a lot of different ways these beliefs believe in getting the demon out of somebody. I'm trying to go over here to more like Catholicism. Because there's just a lot. I mean, I can't get on my phone either, but I have an actual book that's based off of actual demons, their levels, because there's different, I don't want to say levels, but ranks. There's different ranks. It's pretty crazy. So either or. There are just a bunch of different things on The Exorcist and demons all around. I mean, it goes on and on, like other stuff that we were in our other episodes, you know?
Now, the question, though, is when it comes to these lores, like, what does it say the purpose of the possessions are, or, like, how is it typically done?
Like, let me see. I mean, basically, it is they do it just to be, just out of anger or fun. I mean, as we go through here too, you'll learn that the way they put it is that demons are they're human souls. They are basically deteriorated human souls that lost who they are and are just complete and utter evil. So possession and possessing people and things, like for this episode, for example, this demon specialized in the laughing basically at a biblical numerals, like biblical number 40. That was 40 days, 40 nights with Noah's Ark. They do a few different ones down the line with other things, but you see, they mock religion. That's what demons love to do. They love to mock at Christ, Jesus Christ, at God. Basically like a spit in their face kind of thing. But I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing. Like they want to be walking among, actual living in a body, a host. They want to be back here on earth is like the purpose that they want. They want to be free. They don't want to be stuck in hell. So that's another theory, basically.
Okay. Shall we move on to the next segment of the show?
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, real quick, I think something that would be really cool if no one's ever seen this movie. I mean, like, it doesn't really pertain to the episode, but like, if you really like kind of want to get an idea, The Right is a good movie. You ever seen it? The Right.
Now, there are a bunch of movies about possession that we could touch on over the course of this episode with this one link here, but I'm kind of getting the vibe that demonic possession is an ongoing thing over the course of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of trying to save like different movies for other episodes when it's just okay, it's another possession. Shit.
Yeah, just I mean, I say this. They make it so serious for this first demon, and I mean the other demons are serious too, but this one is just it's thrown out. I'm gonna tell you, it's just thrown out there. It's a random demon thrown out there. But yeah, I'm not gonna ruin anything else. You'll see down the line what happens with all the other demons.
Okay. You're obviously not looking at the screen, are you?
I really, I don't, I don't know who that would be.
This one up here is this one up here I put as a trick question because realistically, the only skirt in the episode would be the flight attendant Amanda, and there was like not even a wink of interest in either one of the boys. So
No, yeah, there was nothing this episode, really. So
we're gonna update the skirt the scorecard.
no skirts. Go. No skirts. No skirts.
No skirts for you.
No.
Let's move on to the 7 Circles of Hell rating scale. Now, I'm like looking at it with like how well put together and how like engaging of a horror / overall episode this is. Also taking into consideration if I was trying to sell the series Supernatural to a first-time fan that's never watched an episode before in their life, what is this an episode that I would use that with? And I'm gonna say honestly, we're only 4 episodes in, but I think I'm giving my first negative rating.
Yeah.
Between the over campiness of like Dean's portrayal of being afraid of flights, the cheesy graphics of the lightning bolt on the plane, and just the fact that it's overall nothing about this stood out as memorable. And when we get to the last segment about favorite scenes, I'm going to be hard pressed to even think of one. I'm going to have to say this one goes strictly to is going to be easily in the second circle.
Yeah.
Remember, 4th Circle of Hell is your middle ground. That's your neutral episodes. 5th, 6th, 7th are the better ones because 7th Circle of Hell is where Lucifer's 3-headed demon parties.
I'm
gonna the worst go.
I'm gonna go with 4 for myself because it's
okay. I think this is also.
I was gonna say this is the introduction, like of the first time you see a demon, you meet a demon. It's not the greatest, and the way again, I mean you're right with the electricity on the plane. I was just like, what? And I mean, but this is the first gig that the boys get dealing with a demon. So it's fresh, it's new. They don't know what they're 100% doing besides what they looked up and found the exorcism that they found, which is not the only exorcism they use. There's a couple. So I put it at a 4 because I think it's a decent, okay introduction, but it's not the greatest. It absolutely is not. But it's just the fact that it was the first showing. So I put it as just kind of in the middle, neutral.
Okay, fair enough. You and I definitely have a bit of a diversity on our feelings on this episode then.
I mean, I'm just again down the line, let me tell you, I have the episodes in mind, all ducking ready. That will be.
Well, Kate just ruined the. I had this typed up, getting ready to throw it on, and Kate just ruined it.
I said duck. I said duck. You hear nothing.
Nice save, Kate. Nice save, Kate. In case you're wondering, I just threw a banner on the screen that said, "Holy crap, we're near the end and still no F-bombs. We might maintain PG-13 for once." And as soon as I finished typing that and was getting ready to throw it up, Kate went and screwed it up.
I did not. I didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything.
Anyways, did you have any particular favorite scene in this one?
I'm trying to think. Ow. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to think really what I think the end. When they call John's number and everything, and it hits them that they think something major is wrong, or like they're just, yeah, it's a moment.
All right. You're going to laugh at my answer given how much I've ragged on it over the course of this analysis. But my favorite scene of the episode, even though it's also part of why I gave it the low rating, was the whole Dean being afraid of flying, because I don't know if it was just the director, Robert Singer, that put it this direction, if it was the script writers that, or well, not really the script writers, because I don't know if it was Robert Singer in his directing that made it come out this way, or if Jensen Ackles just forgot how to be an actor for a day. Or not even going that far saying that, but if Jensen Ackles forgot what show he was on for a day, away from the horror end of things, but he really camped out on the goofiness with the way he portrayed this, and I could not stop laughing. But
Yeah.
Dean being afraid of flying.
I think that it was put in there for his actor. It's supposed to be typical Dean. Because it comes up again how he's afraid of planes, of flights.
Is it played up so campily? Like, does he ham it up as much? Oh, thank God.
It's a brief moment. So.
All right. Well, I know that we kind of were choppy on this episode, partially because of distractions.
Sorry.
Partially because short notice.
My child.
And whatnot, and partially because it's a basic possession episode, so there's not really much to delve into on the lore of the Freak of the Week without going through the whole gambit and not leaving stuff for us to cover on the next ones. So yeah, make sure you follow us on our personal pages. Both Twitter, me at TJE Joker, that's TJEGEOCUR, Kate at Shaylee Carl, and I feel like I pronounce that differently every week.
No, you're right, Shaylee Carl.
Make sure you follow the show on Twitter at Wayward Guns, and the most important one, What did I just do? What did I do? Don't want that. The most
No,
important one.
what are you trying to do?
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Running Force Productions. Um, I'm trying to type that in real quick. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Running Force Productions, at the yeah. Sorry, my camera flips everything I do. So for me to point to the right corner of the screen, I need to point the opposite direction. I think it is because for me, the corner is in the upper right hand corner of the screen. I'm pointing up and to the right. To you, the viewers, I'm pointing up to the left. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, Running Force Productions. When you find that logo, you've got the right one. That is the quickest way and the most effective way right now to help us grow, to help us show that we have interested parties, interested viewers, interested fans, and to help us get to the point where hopefully Kate and I can someday start making a little bit of reward for doing this for you guys.
Listen, can make some money to send me to school.
So she can go from being a what NA to a CRN.
I'm a CNA, and my new job, my title is an MA, which is a medical assistant, for those who don't know. And I will be getting a little training for that, a little bit. But no, the plan is to go for my RN next. So,
Oh damn,
if you
that's a big
guys
step.
want to help me out, we need nurses out there, guys. There's a big shortage. So, if you're sick, you're dying. Yeah, if there's not enough of us, I guess you're gonna die.
And you could be the next, and then you could be possessing people to give us for the next spin-off series, which
Yup.
might give me something to do in another 6.5 years when we finish this series. But yeah, we will definitely chat more about that later, Kate. At this point, we've been on the air for about an hour, which is
Yeah.
about right for these episodes. So,
I,
otherwise, we've said everything that I could think of. And right now, I'm just so tired and fried from this job. So I'm sorry if I'm just rambling.
I mean, it's okay. Same. My child.
But yeah,
You guys
so
my child. So that's what I get. That's what have children, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
uh, Baby Demon Cameo is really demoning it up tonight.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about possession from her.
Anyways, I don't even know what the title of the next episode is yet because there was only four episodes on the first disc out of 86. So moving on to next week, I got to grab another disc. Cool.
Oh.
But yeah, Kate and I will be back next Tuesday to give you episode 5.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what your schedule's looking like over the Thanksgiving break next week, but I know Thanksgiving night and Black Friday I am free, so who knows? We might give you a special Thanksgiving bonus something over the break.
We could do an extra episode or something, perhaps. Mayhaps, perhaps.
Oh, I was thinking something different, maybe just since to keep with our regularly scheduled week by week episode, do a bonus content episode. Pick a freaking horror movie or something.
We'll figure something out, maybe.
We'll figure this out between now and then and announce it on the next Tuesday's episode. So at this point, this is Geoffrey.
And Kate.
Nice delay. Signing off.